As the being, so to say, come more and more in the foreground of experience, it is washing gross identities, but then the subtle identities keep coming up, bubbling up.
Sorry,
Subtle identities, previous
yes.
identities, they
Yes.
keep bubbling up.
Yes.
There is definitely heightened sensitivity to them, that they are there. You know, you sense them very quickly. I sense them very quickly, but my question is there a bottom to this pit? And the reason I ask is that, ego,
you mean the of identities?
Yeah, for the identities, like they keep coming up, like still you feel like, okay, this is washed in the light of your knowing, but then they keep coming up.
Yes, but it doesn't matter if they keep coming up. What's important is not for the identities to no longer come up. They keep coming up for a while, but what's important is to know that even when they are present, they don't really define who you are. What you are, you're not trying to reach a state at the bottom of the pit where there are no longer any identities that come up at some time in the future. What you're trying to reach is your being now, even when these identities come up. I am a woman, I am a man, I am a nurse, I am a bus, I am a... whatever the identities are, this endless train of identities. You're not trying to get rid of all of those. You're trying to recognize that now, even in the midst of them, you are the pure I am.
But then that kind of obscures it a little bit.
Only if you give it permission to do so.
So just ignore them.
Yeah. Yeah, or even better, yeah, just emphasize the I am.
Okay. I don't have to get rid of them, just let them be there.
No. When someone gets dressed in the morning, they put on a uniform, they seem to become a nurse, or they seem to become a policeman. In other words, they seem to acquire an identity. Before they put on the uniform, they were not a nurse or a policeman, they were just their naked body. They put on the uniform, they seem to become a nurse or a policeman. Halfway through the day, they feel, oh, I am a nurse, or I am a policeman. Is it necessary to go home and undress in order to realize that they're not essentially a nurse or a policeman? No. Right in the middle of the day, when they're in the hospital or on the street doing their work, when they've still got their uniform on, they can just go to the experience of their naked body and feel, oh, I'm not essentially a nurse or a policeman, I'm just essentially my naked body, relatively speaking. They didn't have to stop work and go home. It's the same. You have the identity, I'm a mother, or I'm a woman, or I'm a man, or whatever the identity is. You don't have to get rid of that identity in order to see yourself. You just have to see yourself, irrespective of whatever the identity may be appearing. Don't fight with the identity. Don't have an agenda with all these identities. Just see yourself.
But then, our behavior is colored by that identity if it's still there. Like whatever we do will be colored with it.
It's appropriate. If you're a mother and you're looking after your children, it's appropriate that your identity, that you assume the role of a mother. You deep in your heart, you know that you're not defined by that role. But nevertheless, you still fully play. You don't think to yourself, oh, because I'm not essentially a mother, therefore I'm not going to play the role of a mother. No, you play the role of a mother very fully, whilst knowing at the same time that you're not essentially a mother. Being a mother doesn't define who you essentially are. But that understanding doesn't prevent you being a mother or a father or a doctor or a bus driver or whatever. So it's not the role we play that matters. It's what we identify ourselves with. What are we identical to? And all we are identical to is being. And then it's fine. Once you know that, it's fine to be a mother or a father or a doctor or a nurse or a bus driver or an artist or whatever. It's fine.